What's up, everybody? My name is Caleb, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to make $100 a day from home at the comfort of your own home and pretty much anywhere in the world. And this is something I'm super passionate about, so I can't wait to talk to you about it. And that is buying and selling. And the really cool thing about buying and selling is you can buy and sell what you're already doing and what you're already using and what your hobbies are already all about. So a lot of people, when they think about buying and selling, they think about like buying, at least I did. I thought about like, oh, buying used furniture or something and like fixing it up and making it look good and stuff. And I was like, oh, that doesn't sound interesting to me at all. But about 6 years ago, a good friend of mine got me into cars. I mean, I've always loved cars, but a good friend of mine talked to me about how he was able to find really, really good deals and talked to me about like this treasure hunt that he would basically do every day. And I was just hooked immediately. And now that's what I do every single day for a living, and I absolutely love it, and I'm going to talk to you more about it. One thing that I think is really, really cool about this is that you, like I said, you can do it about anything that you're even passionate about. So if you're a photographer and you love cameras and camera equipment and video editing software and stuff, then you can absolutely buy and sell and trade in that space. If you're super passionate about cameras, then be online every single day and getting that stuff. If you're passionate about, I don't know, anything, if you're passionate about smartphones and electronics and maybe like laptops and stuff like that, you can definitely buy and sell and trade in that as well and make really, really good money from home. And a lot of people don't think that they can make that good of money, but trust me, it's out there, and I'm going to show you right now exactly how. So the platforms that you use whenever you're doing this are, here, I'm going to share my screen actually to show you. So the platforms that you use when doing this are stuff like eBay or even Amazon. People do Amazon for books and stuff like that, be doing retail arbitrage. And so let's say, for example, you're really passionate about cameras and you want to buy and sell cameras. Really, the first step is to be niched down and to be really in tune with the market. And what I mean by that is, if you're buying and selling cameras and that's what you trade in every day, you have to niche down to like a specific camera or a specific model or make, like let's say Sony's. You only trade in Sony's, and every single day you're looking and you're checking eBay or Amazon or Craigslist, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, LetGo, all the different platforms. You're checking all of them every single day for what the Sonys are going for, and you're seeing hundreds of ads every day. And it's not like it takes a ton of time. You're just checking it as if you're checking like your Instagram or your Snapchat, just like your social media accounts. When you get into it like a hobby and you're checking it and it's something you're passionate about, you get in tune with the market. And what I mean by that is you're in tune with what the going prices are, because you see so many ads every day for a Sony a6500. And you know that a Sony a6500 typically goes for about anywhere from $1,000 to like $1,200 depending on the condition. And then as you're going through, you're going to see what I call these golden nuggets, these treasures that pop up randomly. And they'll pop up and you'll see, wow, somebody's selling an A6500 in fantastic condition for $600. I could easily go snag that right now, even use it for a while, use it for a couple shoots or something, or use it for a wedding shoot, and then still be able to resell that a couple days later and make $400, $500 profit off of doing something that you already love and you're already passionate about. That's what's so cool about this. So the first step is, like I said, being niched down and having like a small scope in the beginning, maybe only trading Sonys or whatever. Like when I first started buying and selling cars, I would only trade Honda Civics. That's the only thing I would look for whenever I would search in on my OfferUp and Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. I would only search for Honda Civics. And then as I got really good at that and I was really good at the trade of that, then I expanded my scope to doing Toyota Corollas and then Camrys, and then eventually Ford Rangers, and now I'm able to actually pretty much, there's only a couple cars that I haven't even traded in yet, but it's something that I'm absolutely passionate about and I love doing every single day, and I just turn my passion into profits. And now the second step, after you're niched down and you're focused and you're in tune with the market and you know exactly what you're doing, the second step is to turn a good deal into a fantastic deal through the power of negotiating. And this is something that we talk about extensively in our private group, Flipping Wheels, and this is something that we have multiple videos on. It's something that people aren't very confident in doing in the beginning. People aren't confident just offering a lower price than what people are asking, and they don't really know how to go about the negotiation tactics. And it is a skill that you have to acquire just through practice and doing it over and over again. And it's honestly like a mind game you play between you and the seller. And there's very specific techniques that I've used over the years that have saved me thousands that, like I said, are in the private group. And the third step to making a fantastic deal and making these, all these profits doing what you love is actually posting it and making your product out there for the majority of the audience to view and to actually sell and make those profits. So a lot of people, what they think that they have to do is just take a picture of it, post it, and not do any research at all and just hope for the best. Now that's totally wrong. Once you're actually really educated in the space and you know what you're doing, all you have to do is look at your comps, your comparable ads out there. So all your competition. And you look and you see, hey, look, I'm going to look at all the ads that you're already, if you're in tune with the market, you've already been looking and you know. And you just have to make sure that yours is not only better quality product, but also priced below average in the market than what everybody else is. Because when that happens, your product is an absolute no-brainer from the get-go. And of course, somebody's going to take advantage of your offer because you're giving them a fantastic deal. And that's exactly what I do with the cars. I make sure that I get a fantastic deal that's way below market than anything else. Most of the time, it's a distressed seller who's selling it because they just need the cash or whatever. They're this close to taking it down to the dealership and getting, pennies on the dollar for what their car is worth because they just need the cash in that in that moment. So I'm able to take advantage of those treasures. I like to call them treasures. I'm treasure hunting every single day on OfferUp. Like I said, checking every single 15 minutes or so. It's because I'm super passionate about it, and I get to drive different stuff all the time. But whenever you're in the space and you're able to compare everything to the other ads, you know when your product is a better deal than everybody else's. But the second part to that, part two to that, is not only making sure you're the best deal out there, but also exposing it to the majority of the market. So I had somebody in Flipping Wheels this morning ask me, hey Caleb, I've had a car posted and I've had it posted for 3 days. Is it time for me to drop the price yet? Maybe mine's priced too high because I haven't had a lot of people hit me up about it yet. And I said, well, what platform did you put it on? And they said, oh, I only put it on OfferUp. And I said, no, you have to absolutely make sure you're exposing your product to the majority of the people. So you have to put it on OfferUp, LetGo, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. There's a bunch others depending on where you live. You just have to make sure that your product is at least getting exposed to anybody who's out there looking for a Sony a6500 should see your product. Anybody out there who's looking for a Ford F-150, if that's what you're selling, you have to make sure that anyone looking for that sees your product. So even if you're posting every couple hours, if you don't have that much time to dedicate to it, at least dedicate 5 minutes a day to reposting your ad on your platforms and making sure that, like I said, you expose it to at least 90% of the audience who's looking for your product. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to learn more about what I do every single day and what our private group does, it's the first link in the description. I'd be more than happy to work with you guys every single day. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Have a great